Hey guys, it's LVS Void here, and today we're going to do a set off on a new What If series, which is What If Naruto was a Prodigy. For this What If to work, Naruto will inherit more from his father his genius, um, and less of his mother. He would still look the same, he'll still have his mother's characteristics, like he does in the original, but he would just be smarter. So yeah, let's begin this. So everything in the original would go with Obito attacking the leaf, and Naruto's birth and Obito ripping out the Nine Tails. Um, Both Kushina and Minato would both die, and he would still tell Hiruzen, the third Hokage, his name and to make sure his son is shown to be a hero. But obviously, we know that Danzo is gonna interfere with that, and just gonna spread lies about Naruto, saying that he is the demon itself, even though he is just the Jinchuriki. So, from the ages like 1 to 4, Naruto will be taken care of by Hiruzen and his family. And Hiruzen's son, I forgot his name, but it doesn't really matter. He still wouldn't be here. He would be with the Fire Daimyo taking care of that stuff, where he was before he came journeying back at the leaf. So Hiruzen would have to juggle being the third Hokage with all the responsibilities, and with the council preventing him from really doing anything with Naruto. Because Naruto, from a young age, he's very perceptive of the things around him, so he would understand everything and what it really means to be a Hokage with all the responsibilities. And at the age of 4, the council would have made like an argument or like a type of threat to Hiruzen that he cannot stay with Hiruzen, because he's the demon brat, and they don't want to have him associating with the third Hokage. So Naruto would go in his own apartment where he was in the original. Some people say that it's actually like Kushina or Minato's old apartment. I think it's just a random apartment. It was just in like a random area. So Naruto would be put there from like the age of 4, and would get his monthly allowance every month. Because because Naruto is more it is smarter than the original, he'd be able to pick up on the ninja arts that he sees ninjas doing, such as like the transformation jutsus and stuff. So Naruto, from a young age, will go from 4, because I'm pretty sure it's 6-year-old or 7 you go into the academy. From this part here, Naruto would be going through the village, and you realize that all the people are giving him dirty looks, because they know that he is the holder of the Nine Tails, but because of the law of the third Hokage, nobody can speak about it. Naruto, when he tries to make friends, they would either ignore him, belittle him, or flat out just run away from him because of their parents' influence on them. Naruto would feel isolated from everybody else because he doesn't have a family. The third Hokage is now no longer with him. He is alone, and he doesn't have anybody to depend on him. Something I do find really weird, like in the original, is why Kakashi wasn't. I assume it's because of the council saying that Kakashi couldn't be around him, but I'll change it and say that Kakashi would be able to interact with Naruto and help raise him. He wouldn't be flat out adopting Naruto, but he would be able to come in time to time without the council's knowledge, because they would be keeping tabs on him, but because Kakashi, he's a top shinobi, and they wouldn't be able to know. So he would be coming in time to time, and he'd be a big brother figure to Naruto. During the next 3 years, Naruto will be training in his physical aspects, pranking the villagers, which would help increase his stealth training. He would also be able to learn the transformation jutsus from Kakashi, as well as the the swapping jutsu, where you just swap places with the log. He'd be able to learn those basic jutsus. He would also be working on his chakra control, because he has because Uzumakis, they have so much chakra, and because like in the original Naruto, he had so much chakra that it was very hard to control. So we're doing the same type of thing here. So but now Naruto, who has a type of teacher to help him with chakra exercises, would benefit greatly from this. And although he wouldn't be training in the cloning jutsu yet, he'd realize that through a demonstration from Kakashi that he wasn't able to actually do the create a suitable clone, and because of this, Kakashi assumes that, just like his mother, because Kakashi was interacting with Kushina, like we see in those flashbacks, he would assume that Naruto has so much chakra that he cannot actually do a clone. So because of this, he goes to Hiruzen and asks if it would be suitable for him to teach him a different type of clone jutsu, and Hiruzen would agree, saying that this is because if Naruto wants to become a ninja and he has the ambition to become Hokage, it would be better to train the Jinchuriki of the leaf. I'm putting emphasis on Jinchuriki, like not like in a bad term, but like to say to the council, like they need to train the Jinchuriki to help strengthen the leaf. During these chats with the council, Danzo would make suggestions to have Naruto be put into the root, but because Hiruzen knows about the root and knows of the psychological trainings that Danzo does on these people, he would flat out say no, this is not happening. But we know, like in the original, Hiruzen let Danzo go off with so many things. So yeah, but he wasn't gonna let Danzo carry on with this, trying to put Naruto in the lead and in the root. So Kakashi would be thinking of different clone jutsus for Naruto to learn, and would think that the shadow clone would probably be the most beneficial for Naruto in his training. For Naruto now, because he's a prodigy and he picks up things very easily, he would be able to learn the shadow clone even faster than he did in the original, which was like he learned it in like an hour. So now he would be able to learn it like 10 minutes or something like that, to be able to like perfectly do the shadow clone. So now in Naruto's arsenal, he is much physically stronger, fitter. He has very great stealth because of his prankings of the villagers and the shops that refuse to sell on him. He would also know a very good transformation jutsu, and because of the input from Kakashi and his pervertedness, he would make the sexy jutsu. I always thought that was a very funny jutsu. He would also have the swapping jutsu. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's not really even necessary. As well as the shadow clone jutsu. He wouldn't know the multi-shadow clone jutsu because they assumed that it's probably not something that's really needed, but obviously Naruto will just pick up on that later during the years and realize he can just make a whole bunch of more clones, make it the multi-shadow clone jutsus. So because Naruto, when he goes into the academy, because now he is 7 years old, and I'll just say that the Uchiha massacre does still happen. I'm pretty sure that they would have been 5 when the Uchiha massacre actually happened, so Itachi would have massacred them with the help of Obito, killing most of the police force, and Sasuke would now be the broody person that he was in the original. So, just getting up. So now in the beginning of the academy, everyone would be 7 years old. Naruto wouldn't have gotten like the early access that he did in the original, because I think he got in a year earlier than everyone else, but he would get in the same year as everyone else. And I'm pretty sure Aruka wasn't their teacher in the original, so he would have some random as a tuning teacher. But remember that most of the ninjas, not most of them, I'm pretty sure it's most of them, they did not think highly of Naruto because of his Jinchuriki status, and they're believing that he is the demon itself, and because he is the container. So throughout the, I think it's I'm just gonna say because he was 13, so that's like 6 years of the academy, because I'm pretty sure Aruka was only the last year teacher. For the next 5 years, Naruto would get less training from his teachers because they would teach him the wrong things, but because Naruto, you know, he's a prodigy in this, he would be able to learn all the actual material much easier, quicker. Like it's an easy thing for Naruto. So because he already has 3 basic jutsus down, he would go for an early graduation. So because he would want to go for the early, but I'm pretty sure they stopped the early graduations, I'm pretty sure. So Hiruzen wouldn't allow the early graduations because they're not in a time of war. So Naruto would have to stay through all the years of the academy, and because of the teachers not liking him and sabotaging his work, he would be placed at the bottom. He'd be the dead last in the class, even though he's getting the highest grades. So during all of the practical work, like the throwing stars, again, Naruto would be able to get really high scores on that, and because of his help with teaching from Kakashi, not much Hiruzen, but mainly Kakashi, who's the big brother type who's helped training. Things would go pretty smoothly with be able to get 10 out of 10 for all the throwing ninja stars and the normal exercise and fights. So now that Naruto throughout these years has continued to improve, I'm assuming that Naruto would also, with the help of Kakashi, figure out what his chakra natures are. Like in the original, I think his one chakra nature was like wind chakra nature, but I'm gonna make it so he has a lightning affinity, a wind affinity, and a water affinity. Not fire or earth, for reasons I'll tell later. So because Naruto is now, I'm gonna say he's 12 now, so this is the second to last year of the academy. Again, he would be sabotaged by his teachers to get really low marks, and having to answer questions that were way out of his league. But you know, because he's a prodigy in this, he would be able to get most of these questions correct, which would surprise the teachers, but they would also think that the demon brat is gaining power and knowledge that he should not have, and again they would try to sabotage him even more. During the chakra exercises as well for Naruto, he would learn how to climb trees with his with chakra manipulation. So wall walking exercises, he would be able to do that, and he would be very proficient in it. And then he would also start to learn how to water walk. So Naruto is now 12. He's got the 3 basic jutsus down, which is the clone jutsu, yada yada. He has a very adept taijutsu style, which he would have gotten from Kakashi, as well as having really good chakra control, which would be nearly on par or better than what Sakura had in the original. Because remember, she was very good with chakra control because she had so little of the chakra that it was very easy for her to manipulate it. So with actual raw skill and knowledge, Naruto would be at the top of the class, with Sasuke in second, and you know, Sakura in third, or you know, because she's in her league, because she's the top of the class as well. But they would all be in different classes because they're not in the same class yet. The last year, which is now Aruka and Mizuki. Again, like in the original, Iruka did not enjoy Naruto's presence at the start, but because of Naruto's charismatic attitude of wanting to be Hokage and helping his precious people and the village, he would warm up to him throughout the year and wouldn't allow Mizuki or whoever to sabotage Naruto at all, and Naruto would actually be one of his favorite students because of how well he learns, how focused he is in class, and how good of a person he really is. So we're going to skip to the end of year graduation, which would be just the 3 basic jutsus and the learning test. So during this test, Sasuke and everyone else would go first, and they would all pass the test, like in the original. But in this, Naruto still he is showing his capabilities as a ninja. So he would in the testing area with Iruka. Iruka would tell him to do the transformation jutsu. Naruto would be able to transform into Iruka, and it would be a very perfect transformation, which would be very which would get him like a 10 out of 10. The next would be the substitution jutsu. Naruto would be able to easily do that. And finally, we would have the clone jutsu. Naruto would ask, "Is it alright if I do a different type of clone jutsu than the one that you taught?" For extra points, Iruka would say yes, that is acceptable, and Naruto would perform the Shadow Clone Jutsu, being able to perform 10 Shadow Clones, which would blow the mind out of both Mizuki and Iruka. Naruto going outside, there would be the one-on-one fights. So because Mizuki wants Naruto to be, put in his place, using finger quotations there, he would put Naruto versus Sasuke. So in this fight, Naruto would be able to easily defeat Sasuke, because Sasuke is not in his league at this moment. In the future he may be, but right now Naruto is at a different level because of his physical strength and his jutsu that he has. So Naruto will be able to win that with a lot of the fangirls of Sasuke yelling that Naruto has cheated and that he doesn't deserve to be the Rookie of the Year because he got first in everything. So after the day finishes, Naruto would go home and he would have his headband on, it wouldn't be Iruka's headband, it would be the regular, I think it was the regular black one, I think was that they get. So Mizuki again would try to steal, instead of trying to manipulate Naruto into stealing the Forbidden Scroll, he would steal it himself. And Naruto is walking at night, and he would see Mizuki running with the scroll, and he would follow him to the woods. So, like we know, Mizuki was trying to get it for the Snake Sani Orochimaru, the scroll, and Naruto would intercept him in the woods and ask what he's doing with the scroll stealing, because Naruto would have been with his visits to the old man, as you would say, he would have known what the scroll of sealing was, and know that there are very dangerous jutsus in there, and if anyone got their hands on it, they would be a threat to the leaf. So a fight would ensue with Mizuki and Naruto, and Naruto, being as strong as he is, would be able to perform the multi-shadow clone jutsu and just the normal clone jutsu and stuff like that, and be able to defeat Mizuki without any need of anybody else. Hiruzen would be looking through his magic crystal ball and be able to see the fight happening, and would congratulate Naruto on being so strong, and thinking that Naruto is definitely just like his father. I would just have to say this, that Naruto still doesn't know that who his parents are, even though he has asked the old man who he is, but he would come to know that Hiruzen does know who they are, but he just won't tell Naruto who they are. So before anybody comes, Naruto would be looking at the scroll ceiling and wondering if he could learn a jutsu or two from there before anybody else comes. So in there, I'm not really sure what's in there because we've only been told that the Shadow Clone Jutsu's in there. But I'm just gonna say that the flying Raijin's actually in there, and the way to actually perform the jutsu and all the ceiling stuff, or the I forgot what it's called, just all the kanji and writing that it's needed to create these to do the flying Raijin jutsu itself. So Naruto, who thinks and believes that the fourth Hokage is his favorite Hokage, not knowing that it's actually his father, would want to be just like him, and he would write down on another scroll, whatever he had, the contents of how to perform this jutsu and all the necessary equipment that he needs. And he would write it down and close up the Forbidden Scroll and head back to the Hokage's office. So in the office, Naruto would again hand in the scroll and would be given money, which would have been an A rank. I'm just gonna say it would have been an A rank task of the Hokage, and we could pay for it, and it would go on his record as an A rank mission. So now we'll go to everyone going back and to the class 2 weeks after this. So during those 2 weeks, Naruto will be trying to learn how the flying Raijin Jutsu works and how he can replicate it to a workable degree in a battle. Naruto in the 2 weeks wouldn't be able to fully perform the jutsu, but he would get most of it down. So it wouldn't be a workable jutsu in a fight, so he wouldn't really use it until he's got full control over the jutsu and how to create more of these kunai. So back in the class now, the team orders, the team placements are going to be told. Iruka is there, Mizuki's not there. Everyone's wondering where Mizuki is, and he just said that he was traded to Konoha, yada yada. He wouldn't say that Naruto beat him because there's really no need. He was just a traitor, and also because he didn't actually know, because Iruka didn't go intercept him in time, so Naruto and him wouldn't have that really heartfelt moment with Iruka giving him his headband. So I'm just going to stick with the original and say that Naruto is placed on the team with Sasuke and Sakura. I'm saying this now because like in the original, these placements were done for specific reasons. I would say the first team, which with the Rookie of the Year and the top placing Kunoichi of the year, would go on the same team with the dead last. I'll say that this team is supposed to be the really heavy hitter, the very combat forward type of group. So it would have the last Uchiha, Naruto, and Sakura in the team, because they are the best in the class, with Sasuke being second in the class, Naruto first, as well as Sakura being the first of the Kunoichis. Naruto as well wouldn't really have a crush on last. The only reason why Naruto actually liked Sakura is because she liked Sasuke and he didn't want to lose to Sasuke, and that's like literally the whole reason that he liked Sakura in the first place, and that was confirmed in Naruto at the last. So he wouldn't have the crush on Sakura because he doesn't really have the same type of rivalry with Sasuke. He would, in a sense that they both want to be stronger than each other, but Naruto being so much stronger than Sasuke, it's like he wouldn't have the need to think that he needs to beat him in everything. So he wouldn't really have the crush on Sakura, and he would actually notice Hinata. So the ship would probably be the ship for this series would be Hinata. So he would be able to notice Hinata, who is always staring at him. He would at first he would find it very like creepy because the Hyuga princess is constantly staring at him. You know, that would be a little creepy if just someone was staring at you the entire time and like stalking you. He wouldn't really think anything of it other than either she's afraid of him and wants to keep an eye on him, or she's got a mad crush on him. But you know, Naruto being Prodigy and being very smart would be able to figure out it's the latter. So Kakashi again would be his sensei for Team 7, and would again be the very late, 3 hours late, just like in the original. So Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are just waiting, and Naruto pulls out Ichi Ichi Paradise, one of those books, and would have a perverted smile on his face because he got a lot of his pervertedness from Kakashi, who had a great influence on him, being his only real company. So yeah, so Kakashi would be really late, and Naruto would still play the same prank on him. But again, he would notice that Kakashi is a clone, and the prank didn't really fully work out what he thought he would be. Kakashi would tell them to go on the top of the roof, and they would all run up there with Naruto being up there first, Sasuke getting up there second, and Sakura coming wheezing because of how physically unfit she is up the stairs. So Kakashi would tell them to tell their names, dislikes, likes, their goals, and everything like that. So it would be like in the original, Sakura saying that she likes a certain someone staring at Sasuke. Staring at her dislikes would be Ino Pig and Naruto staring daggers at him. The reason why she actually dislikes Naruto is, again, she's like a fangirl and doesn't like to see Sasuke lose, so it wouldn't be like the same type of reasons as like in the original, in which he was just annoying, continuously asking her out. Sasuke would still be his brooding self and say that he likes tomatoes, dislikes, he wouldn't have any dislikes or whatever it is, and his ambition or goal was to find a certain someone and kill them and bring justice to his clan and restart his clan like in the original. I forgot to mention that Kakashi again would also say the exact same things, that he doesn't really have any dislikes or likes, and his goals and ambitions are none of your business. Lastly, we have Naruto, who's again little speech would be different, with him saying his likes are the ramen stand, the village, Kakashi, who is his like brother type figure, training and learning new things, and his dislikes would probably be the ignorant villagers, and people like traitors and rapists, murderers, all that type of stuff like that. And you say that his ambition / goal is to become Hokage and to become the strongest in the world, because now he has he has the ambition to become a Hokage. He wants to become the strongest, and he wants to have the village recognize him as not he would think internally as not the Kyuubi, because he would have been able to figure out that the seal on his stomach is a very big indicator of why the villagers obviously hate him, and he would link that his birth is the exact same day of the Kyuubi attack, and he would assume that either he was sacrificed as a container of the Kyuubi, or that his mother was the last Kyuubi container and died in the attack, leaving Naruto the only actual choice of the Kyuubi container. Again, Naruto would still like the fourth Hokage. He wanted to be like him, but he also dislikes him for the fact that he cursed him with being a Jinchuriki and having the villagers think negatively of him. So Kakashi would go on to say that there is a test to become actual Genin. He would to become actual Genin, which is he wouldn't giving like real obvious hints to it, but he would say that it's just going to be a survival test, you know, like the original. So I'm going to end it here. It's been 30 minutes. I'll end it here. So next part we'll go on to we'll just go on from there. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Tell me if I need to fix anything or anything I can improve on, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.